Hi guys, my name is Nonima Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to go through something that umalume wethu answering by God's decisively trend carefully. Thereby Twitter X, formerly known as Twitter, posted 4 days ago, and it's a thread. I just want us to look into that and then talk about it. He says here, in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, the defense called Sifiso Gwabini Zungu, Advocate Mnisi led his evidence without touching the contents of any alleged prior statement. Zero references, zero confirmations, no attempt to adopt it. Then the state tried to cross-examine him on that very statement, a statement never led in chief, never admitted, never proven, and whose existence the witness disputes. Mnisi objected immediately. Prove the statement first. The state could not. Instead of proving it, Advocate Baloyi asked for arguments and had to be fired. But what exactly is the state arguing? Are they refusing to prove the statement? Are they arguing admissibility? Or do they want to cross-examine without proving it at all? These are not the same questions, right? And then if the state can prove the statement, why not simply do so? Why divert to legal argument instead of placing evidence before court? What is being debated when the court hasn't even seen a proven statement? The real issue, can the state attribute a statement to a defense witness before proving its existence, authenticity, or authorship? The law says no, not without proper confrontation and foundational questioning. South African case law is clear. Before cross-examining on a prior statement, you must 1. Produce it. 2. Put it to the witness. 3. Establish when, where, by whom it was made. 4. Ask if it was signed. You can't skip straight to you said X. And since Mnisi never laid Gwabini on the contents of any statement, the state has an even higher duty to follow correct procedure. You cannot cross-examine a witness on material never adopted in defense. The state faces a technical but serious problem. Without proving the statement first, cross-examining on its content is procedurally irregular and potentially unconstitutional. The question remains, why is Baloyi fighting to debate the admissibility of something he refuses to prove? How can the court rule on admissibility when the document itself has not been proven or tendered? This is why the court is stuck. You cannot cross-examine on an unproven document. You cannot admit what hasn't been proven. You cannot argue admissibility in a vacuum. The defense point is simple. If the state wants to impeach Gwabini with a prior statement, they should follow the law, not shortcuts, not speculation, not argument in place of evidence. This moment exposes a bigger issue, procedural fairness. Is the state trying to use an unproven statement to discredit a defense witness? Or is there something about the statement's authenticity that they are hesitant to ventilate under oath? Whatever the truth, the law is not ambiguous. A statement must be proven before being used in cross-examination, and the court cannot allow cross-built on a document whose very existence is contested. This is shaping up to be one of the most important procedural fights in the entire trial, because if Gwabini denial stands unshaken due to improper cross, the state's Basotong narrative suffers a devastating blow. The law is clear. So do you see now why we are having arguments today? And also they are hanging in balance because procedure and fairness is kind of, but we need to first, before accusing Rata of anything when it comes to this, maybe he wants to hear what Baloyi wants to argue. Maybe that's what he wants to hear. And also, maybe he wants to understand where he comes from with this. He's maybe, let's say, let me be the devil's advocate and say he is being fair and is giving him an opportunity. Okay, fine. You're saying you want to argue, sharp, argue. But what are we arguing? What are we arguing is the question. And now the question is, if now these arguments of his come and then he's losing, then what? Is he going to be able to do cross-examination? Because seemingly it seems as if he has no questions for Ugwabini because he doesn't know what to ask him based on the things that he said. Maybe he is unable to ask him, why do you say I was there when this and that happened? When you were given tea by Mukhola, why do you say you reported the abuse allegations to me, whereas I did not? Maybe he's saying, why do you say whatever? Why do you say you once came to our offices? Why do you say all of the shande that he says happened? Maybe, just maybe. Those are the things that he's running away from asking Ubaloi. But time will tell when he is bringing his arguments, because I'm looking forward. I know he's not excellent when it comes to doing arguments. Baloi is not great when it comes to that. We've listened to him bringing arguments. They are always, no, they are not, they are never, like the so-called black excellence that he's been named to be. They are not in that standard at all. That's not one of his brilliant or greatest. I don't know how to put it, but it's not his greatest terrain, that one of arguments, if I could put it that way. So he's not that great. So I'm wondering, how is he going to come with arguments, and what is he going to argue exactly? Proving the statement? Sorry, its admissibility. What exactly is he going to prove it? I mean, to argue is the big question that we have currently. And lastly, one of the things that I think is hard for him is because his name is being pointed out by Ugwabi a lot. And Ugwabini akamsabi. His name is being pointed out by Ugwabini a lot, and Ugwabini akamsabi. Akamsabi at all nakancane. So maybe those are some of his worries. Who knows? Maybe those are some of his worries. Who knows? And also, I don't know the angle that Judge Rata, but we will see it today. Nguthi, what does he, what is he hoping for? Because he told Baloyi to prove the statement. Baloyi couldn't. He failed dismally to prove the statement. So the arguments are about what if he could not prove the statement? Because I think he was supposed to prove the statement first and then fight for its admissibility after it's proven. Fight for its admissibility if there are any issues when it comes to him using the statement. I don't know. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Because I feel like a lot is going on there behind the scenes, and that lot that is going on is actually too much for Ubaloyi. Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.